Timberwolves versus Warriors, game 4, 2 picks incoming. My name's Austin. Thanks for tuning in. And like I said, we got 2 player props I love for this game 4, which we'll dive into in just one moment. But as always, we do a recap of how we did yesterday, win or lose. And yesterday, a winning day for us. We'll take it 2-2. I know 2-2s might not normally result in winning days, but when you have a plus 165 winner in there, we'll take it. And it's honestly Russell Westbrook. I almost laddered him up to 3 threes. Thank goodness I didn't, because he went 2 for 9. But hey, great volume. Eventually came through. Michael Porter Jr. was our under. He cashed for the VIPs. And then we had Shea. He didn't get it done. And Donovan Mitchell got injured. Hopefully he's okay going forward. But unders continue to pay. We're 129 and 66 on unders. A 66% hit rate in a near 200 sample size. It's pretty dang good. Let's continue that today. We have an over and we have an under. We're going to dive into them in just one moment. At the end of the video, we will have our Underdog Fantasy Parlay. Again, you could sign up for Underdog using my code COS. They'll match your first deposit up to $1,000. It's free money. Take advantage. Also, Ant-Man free pick, him to score 1 point. You think Ant's scoring 1 point? Yeah, he probably will. Again, sign up using my code COS or the link down below. Again, appreciate anyone that's ever signed up using my code COS. I appreciate you. Help support the channel if you do that. Again, Underdog Fantasy available in so many states out there in the United States. So go sign up using that code. We'll begin with our favorite over. Then we'll go to our under. And then we'll keep things moving in this video. Thanks for tuning in on a Monday. Hopefully you guys had a great Mother's Day. Let's go. Julius Randle over 26.5 points plus assists, minus 115 on DraftKings. A half unit play. Julius Randle, you owe us some money, because if you recall, we took his over in game 1. I think it was 19.5 points, just the points. He didn't hit. He had 18, barely played in the fourth quarter due to foul trouble. And then what happened in games 2? He hit the over. Games 3, he hits the over. Julius, you better lock in, man. We need 27 points and assists. Now, there might be people out there that want to take his PRAs. If you've ever watched Julius Randle, in my opinion, you don't want the rebounds. Unless he's on the Knicks when he was rebounding like crazy, he just doesn't seem to go and be aggressive, getting them on the defensive side. Ant-Man grabs the boards. Rudy Gobert, he's like, you can grab them. Jaden McDaniels grab them. Julius Randle, even though he is coming off a triple-double, I still don't like counting on him to get rebounds. Instead, I just want the points and assists. Now, let's talk with Julius Randle. In this series, he has had 24, 35, and 36 points and assists. So went under by 3 in game 1, but is soared over the lines in the last 2 games. Let's talk with those. In game 2, he had 17 shots, went 10 of 17, had 14 potential assists. I think he had 11 assists. Game 3, 23 field goal attempts and 16 potential assists. If you're looking for a guy to take his over in threes today, Julius Randle was the guy I looked hard at. Over 1.5 threes. Also looked at him for 2.5 threes. But at the end of the day, if he's making 3 threes, I'm probably just going to take his regular overs, because at that rate, he probably goes over those. But if you've watched the Warriors in game 3, they lost that game, obviously. Randle had a good game. He had a triple-double. But was it Randle that beat them? I don't really think so. I mean, Anthony Edwards had 36 points. And Ant-Man went nuts in the second half. Julius Randle really wasn't the problem. He shot 10 of 23. If you told the guy, the Warriors, hey, we got a guy that's going to shoot 23 times, he's going to make 10 of them. What is that? Mid 40s, low 40s, if that? I can't do the math off the top of my head. Probably low 40s. You're going to live with that. And I think that's what they continue to do. They leave him wide open from 3 because they don't want other guys shooting the 3-pointer. And so he gets plenty of open opportunities. And if he passes up those, which he attempted 6 threes in the first half of game 3, he attempted none in the second half. And that was because instead of shooting them, he attacked and drove to the hoop, and good things happened. They won that second half. And so that's where they had their lead going. So again, I really don't see the Warriors changing up the defensive game plan. If I'm them, we got to try to guard Ant-Man even tighter. We'll live with Julius Randle beating us. He shot terribly in last game. I mean, 40%. We live with that. We'll live with it. And I think the assists have some upside there, because he had 14 and 16 potential assists. They're kind of just leaving him open and letting him create. I think they're going to continue to do that. So I like his over in points plus assists. My favorite over of the day, Julius Randle. Don't make me regret this. I will not back your props again if you fail us here, although I might do it in game 5. Sue me. Let's move on to my favorite under in this game. If you recall, in Sunday's videos, I talked about how I had recorded the video before the Timberwolves game, and we had a Mike Conley under. That never stood a chance. So we're running it back. Mike Conley under 6.5 points, minus 125 on Bet365. You want to secure that 6.5 line, because Conley shoots a lot of threes. So if he makes 2 threes, he could still go under here, whereas a 5.5, you got no chance. But I really do like the Mike Conley under. I mean, he ended with 7 points in game 3, shot 9 times, played more minutes than he probably will tonight. I just don't see this as a great series for him. Simple as that. I mean, he had got some extra minutes because DiVincenzo was in foul trouble. I mean, he was in foul trouble in his own regard, but the Warriors are kind of hunting him on defense. So I think they lean towards more of the Nickeil Alexander-Walker or DiVincenzo players to play more minutes of Mike Conley. And like I said, he hasn't really been good recently. If you look at his numbers, and we'll just kind of talk about the numbers. This like I said, last game we took his under in points plus assists. I don't really want to do that, but Conley, you look at his under in threes, under 1.5 threes. What he's out there to do is shoot threes minus 180 or minus 200. So again, they don't think he makes 2 threes. And this season, when he's played 30 or fewer minutes, which, like I said, I don't see him playing more than 30, and made 1 or fewer threes, which they're saying is heavily juiced towards the under, he's averaging just 4.5 points per game going under about 72% of the time when he plays 30 or fewer minutes, makes 1 or fewer threes. So I look at this as just not a great matchup for him. They have a lot of good perimeter defenders they can throw out there on him. And I just don't see this as a great matchup for him. If Mike Conley goes over, I'm out. I won't take any more Conley props, but I really want to run it back, get our money back from that last one that we lost. I don't want to really tack on the assist because if they're going to double Ant-Man, maybe Conley can help set up some other teammates. And heck, Conley was kind of setting up Julius Randle for some open threes. So we don't want to beg for those not to go in. We need some Randall buckets. Again, I think this is a bad matchup for Conley. So I'll take his under 6.5 points. He's kind of been a roller coaster ride this season, especially the postseason. So again, technically he went over last game, but it wasn't really a big roller coaster. He barely squeaked over. I like his under in points tonight at 6.5. Now, before we dive into things, those are my 2 favorite props. Julius Randle's over in points plus assists. Conley's under in points. Let's talk about our Underdog Slip. A reminder, Underdog Fantasy, sign up, use my code COS or the link in the description. The Ant-Man free square and a deposit match. Here's my Underdog Slip. It includes Randle and Conley. I don't need to talk about them. Jonathan Kuminga, 15 plus points. $20 on this, I think turned into 75. Don't quote me on that. But which is what I played it for $20. I think Kuminga is needed out there. I mean, without Steph Curry, this Warriors offense requires a barf bucket. It does. I mean, the guys are putting out there. Draymond Green, he's nervous to shoot the ball. Brandon Pochemski doesn't look like he could shoot it into the ocean right now. Jimmy Butler, credit where credit's due. He's good. But again, he's not shooting a ton of threes. And then who else? Gary Payton? Sure. Yeah, Gary Payton sucks. He doesn't want to shoot the basketball either. He passes open a wide open look. So again, Jonathan Kuminga, I think, gets you 15. He's played pretty good defense. He'll be out there. They need his scoring. They flat out can't win games without his scoring. Buddy Hield also will be out there too. He's one of they basically have 3 scorers. Buddy Hield, Jimmy Butler, and Kuminga. If those 3 guys can't score, yeah, it's going to be a tough look. Again, I like this Underdog Slip. You can sign up using my code COS, get a deposit match and a free pick. Take advantage of that. My lean for this game would actually be the under at 201.5. We've seen some ugly games recently. But I just don't see where the scoring's coming from. The Timberwolves really struggle to make open looks, and the Warriors have a really good defense. A lot of guys out there that can switch 1 through 5. The Warriors, I just talked about with Kuminga. This team cannot score. And I don't know if Steph Curry deserves an MVP trophy based on what he's been playing with this team the second half of the year, but they just can't score. And so I'll take an under of 201.5. It's a lean. It's not an official play, but boy, do I like it. I just don't know where the points are coming from. The Warriors just can't make open shots. They can't make contested shots, which the Timberwolves are all over them. And this is just a really slow game. So again, leaning under 201, not a lot of wiggle room in there, but 201.5 is what I would lean in that game. Hopefully it's not as bad as the Thunder Nuggets game, which was just a disaster yesterday, but I do lean the under in that game. But those are my favorite picks. Again, thank you for tuning in. I have a separate video in the Celtics and Knicks game 4. I have 3 plays over there. A parlay is my favorite side or total. So I encourage you to check that out. It is posted right before this video. Again, have a great Monday. Hope you guys had a great Mother's Day. And hopefully we can have that 5-0 sweep. We have 2 picks in this game, 3 in the other game, 5-0. Overdue for it. I'll live with a 3-2 day because it would be a winning day because all of our picks are right around even money today. Again, thanks for tuning in. It's Austin. I'm signing out, and I'll see you guys back again tomorrow with some more picks. See you guys then. Peace.